November 4th, 2025. A day that started like any other at Louisville. Muhammad Ali International Airport would end in tragedy, forever marking a dark chapter in aviation history. The sun was beginning to set around 5:15 p.m. as UPS Airlines Flight 2976, a massive McDonnell Douglas MD-11 freighter, roared down runway 17R. On board were three highly experienced crew members: Captain Richard Wartenberg, First Officer Lee Trout, and International Relief Officer Captain Dana Diamond. Their destination was Honolulu, Hawaii, an 8.5-hour journey across the Pacific. The aircraft, registration N259UP, was loaded with cargo and fully fueled with nearly 280,000 pounds of jet fuel for the long haul. But just moments after its wheels left the tarmac, disaster struck. As the heavy aircraft climbed, its left-hand engine, a powerful General Electric CF6, violently erupted in flames. In a catastrophic failure, the entire engine and its pylon tore away from the wing. The sudden, immense imbalance of weight and thrust sent the MD-11 into an uncontrollable roll. The crew, hearing alarms blare through the cockpit, fought desperately to regain control of their crippled giant. They were skilled, they were experienced, but they were given an impossible situation. The aircraft had barely reached an altitude of 475 feet, just over 100 feet above the ground, and a speed of 210 miles per hour. At that low altitude and with such a critical failure, there were no viable options. No time to turn back, no runway to aim for, no chance to save the aircraft. The mighty freighter, now mortally wounded, plummeted back towards the earth. It crashed into an industrial area just south of the airport, creating a scene of absolute devastation. The aircraft skidded for nearly half a mile, disintegrating as it went, before the massive fuel load ignited in a colossal fireball. The explosion engulfed several nearby buildings, including a recycling center, sending a pillar of black smoke billowing into the evening sky. The inferno was so intense that it took more than 100 firefighters over 6 hours to bring the flames under control. The community was rocked by the tragedy. Tragically, all three crew members aboard Flight 2976 perished in the crash. The devastation on the ground was also immense. In the days that followed, it was confirmed that at least 11 people on the ground, workers and bystanders caught in the path of the disaster, had also lost their lives. Another 15 were injured, suffering from burns, smoke inhalation, and blast wounds. The final death toll stood at 14, making it the deadliest accident in the history of UPS Airlines. In the immediate aftermath, operations at UPS's Worldport, the company's global air hub and a vital artery of commerce, were severely disrupted. While passenger flights at the airport resumed, the incident sent shockwaves through the cargo aviation industry. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, immediately dispatched its GO team to Louisville to begin the painstaking process of investigation. The scene was one of immense destruction, but investigators quickly located the two most crucial pieces of evidence: the cockpit voice recorder and the flight data recorder. Though damaged by the intense heat of the fire, the data within them was miraculously intact, holding the final, harrowing moments of the flight and critical information about what went so terribly wrong. The central focus of the investigation was clear: why did the engine detach from the wing? This type of failure is exceedingly rare and points to a catastrophic structural issue. Investigators began examining the aircraft's history. N259UP was a 34-year-old veteran of the skies. It had begun its life as a passenger jet for Thai Airways in 1991, before being converted to a freighter for UPS in 2006. Crucially, it had just come out of a heavy maintenance check in San Antonio, Texas, less than 3 weeks before the accident. Every detail of that maintenance would be scrutinized. Was there a pre-existing crack in the pylon that was missed? Was there corrosion? Did a maintenance error play a role? These were the urgent questions the NTSB had to answer. The potential for a fleet-wide issue was a terrifying prospect. In response to the unfolding investigation, Boeing, the manufacturer, took the precautionary step of recommending that all MD-11 aircraft be grounded pending inspections. Heeding this advice, UPS voluntarily parked its entire fleet of MD-11s, which made up about 9% of its total aircraft. FedEx and Western Global, the other primary operators of the type, followed suit. On November 9th, just 5 days after the crash, the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, issued an emergency airworthiness directive. This mandated immediate and thorough inspections of the engine pylons on all 70 or so MD-11s still in service worldwide before they could fly again. The goal was to prevent another similar tragedy and ensure the structural integrity of the remaining fleet. The crash of UPS 2976 joined a somber list of fatal accidents for the cargo giant, following the 2010 crash of Flight 6 in Dubai and the 2013 crash of Flight 1354 in Birmingham, Alabama. Each accident, while different in its cause, serves as a stark reminder of the inherent risks in aviation and the tireless work that goes into making it as safe as humanly possible. The investigation into the Louisville crash would go on for many months, as experts meticulously pieced together the chain of events that led to the engine separation. The findings would undoubtedly lead to new safety recommendations, new inspection procedures, and changes in maintenance protocols, all designed to honor the memory of those lost by ensuring such a failure never happens again. The loss of Captain Wartenberg, First Officer Trout, and Captain Diamond, along with the innocent lives lost on the ground, was a profound blow to the families, the company, and the entire aviation community. They were professionals doing their job, part of the invisible network that keeps our world connected. The tragedy of Flight 2976 is a solemn reminder of the bravery and dedication of flight crews everywhere, and the critical importance of the relentless pursuit of safety in the skies. The echoes of that November evening in Louisville will resonate for years to come, not just as a story of loss, but as a catalyst for change, reinforcing the industry's unwavering commitment to learning from tragedy and making the skies safer for everyone. Thank you so much for watching. The events in this video are based on a fictional scenario for illustrative purposes, but the dedication to aviation safety is very real. If you found this video informative, please consider liking and subscribing for more content. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.